you will not be allowed access into the country. This is because the people are thinking now that you are coming to do something different, not your studies, and it's true. Anybody can understand that, all right? So if you have an admissions letter to study in February, make sure you go by January or early February. If you have an admissions to study in October, make sure you go September ending or early October. It's preferable you even travel on the month where your university studies are starting, all right, to avoid issues. Because now, if you are getting, or if you get stamped with at the Ejan airport, which means that if you get refused or if you are refused entry, a stamp will be put in your passport, and that might affect you. You know, if you are not accepted into a particular country, that is termed deportation. All right, and the deportation stamp is going to affect you somewhere else in your future. So you have to be careful on what you do, and know that some of the things I say are things you should digest and take them very seriously. Very, very seriously. I'm yawning today. I don't know why. Maybe probably I don't feel so sound, but it's well we move. So the next thing I will be talking about is, in case you are not allowed entry into Northern Cyprus. This is now the part of the tuition fee. In case you are not allowed entry into Northern Cyprus and you had already paid your fees. And remember, if you are not allowed entry, a stamp will be given in your passport. With that stamp, you cannot immediately move back to Northern Cyprus. You cannot immediately transfer again, or let me say enroll in a university. All right. Now, it's going to take you a lot of time, and remember, you've paid your tuition fee. Most of the schools in Northern Cyprus will not refund your physical cash back to you. Okay, that is what you don't know. Even if you ask them, they are going to tell you that they will refund, but it's going to take a longer time. So the thing you can do is, if in case you do not find yourself in the country, you can always, let's say, tell them to transfer the money to someone's account that is studying there, and the person gives you where you are. I hope you understand. But hey, make sure you get someone you trust, because a lot of people will behave very funny, eat your money and block you, all right? So you have to be very, very careful with what you do. It is not a day's job to digest all of these things. Like I'm saying, you have to be careful, all right? Because let me say, the issue of the parent stuff is just understanding they are trying to limit the rate at which internationals move into the country. All right, I really don't want to go further with this, but there is an information I'll keep. Let me tell you that things are changing a lot. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching today. Thank you guys. If this is your first time, do not forget to subscribe below. There is a subscribe button below this video in red. Please click that button and make sure you turn the notification bell, so that when I post a new video, you will be the first to watch. Thank you so much. Please guys, do not also forget to press the like button so that I can be recommended. All right, thank you so much for understanding. Today's video, I want to talk about why you will not be able to travel again to North Cyprus with siblings or parents in 2022. Yes, actually there is a law, or let me say there are so many laws being put in place right now in North Cyprus, all right, and so many other countries, not just Northern Cyprus. So before, you could travel to North Cyprus with your child, accompanying your child to school, all right? You could travel to North Cyprus before with your parents when you are going to school, or for your parents to accompany you, because there are so many things your parents can do for you, especially if you are new in a foreign country, all right? But nowadays, the laws are different. The laws are different. So, the law in 2020 came that, or let me say early 2021 was that, you can no more travel to North Cyprus with your parents again. For example, if you have an admissions and you are going to study in Northern Cyprus, you have to go alone. You cannot go again with your father. Even if you are 17 years old, all right, because normally the age you can start studying in Northern Cyprus is 18 years plus. Even if you are 17 years old, no, you have to decide. All right, and again, understand that back in 2018, like I said, talks were being put in place, or negotiations, or there were some talks within the civil society or the people in charge on how they were going to reduce the population, because as I speak to you right now, the population in North Cyprus is too much, all right? There are so many people more than the current capacity. So they are looking for means to reduce the rate at which people enter or migrate or immigrate into Northern Cyprus, all right? So you cannot accompany your son again. If you have an admission, you cannot go with your father. For example, if you are the one going for the school and you are 17 years below, which means that you need parental guidance, you cannot go with your father again, all right? Because the first thing is that the people or the officials in Northern Cyprus are trying to limit the rate at which people enter into Northern Cyprus. Secondly, I want to say it is maybe because of the COVID issues. Remember, COVID-19 was a very dangerous stuff, all right, disease that we were trying to stay away from one another. So from what I understood was probably, but this law was put in place before the COVID came. So the government now is saying that reducing the number of people will directly reduce the spread of COVID-19 in the sense that less people come in, less COVID. More people who come in, more COVID, if they are not vaccinated or if they have the virus. And it's true, all right? Someone like me, I already understand if that happens and one of the person moving in has the disease, it can easily spread among people if the population is too much, all right? So that is why, sorry guys, that is why they are using all the means to try to limit the rate at which people influx into this country because of the COVID-19, and it's true, it's a very good reason, okay? So that is what I can say. You cannot travel anymore with your father to Northern Cyprus. I have one Nigerian who was asking me these same things. I told her, but before in 2017, I know of a lady who came in with a child. Of course, if you are the one who has the admissions, all right, if you are the one going for the studies and you already have your admissions with you, then you have a small baby, let's say a baby who is still breastfeeding, it is certain you are going to go in with the baby, all right? But first, before you move in with the baby, make sure you contact your university, all right? Speak to the competent authorities in the international office to verify from them what you need to do, okay, in order to come in with your baby, because it's very understandable that you can't leave the baby behind since he or she is breastfeeding, you understand, because they know the importance of breast milk. So that is what you should know. Again, there is something a subscriber drew my attention to that I want to address here as well. He was like, Milton, I think this young man is from Pakistan or India or any of the countries. What he explained to me was that an agent lied to him and an agent lied to him and told him to go to Northern Cyprus. Then he was traveling to Northern Cyprus in November. I think that was around the end of November or early July, December or something. Then when he arrived at Aegean airport, he was refused entry into Cyprus and a stamp was put in his document, which shows that he has been deported. So he came asking me what he can do again to reverse the situation in order to move back to Northern Cyprus. Well, first of all, let me start with the issue of the agent. I have always said this here, okay? I have always said it countless times that if you are to study in a foreign country, especially Northern Cyprus, in February or September, make sure you start going to Northern Cyprus only around December and September, because if you go earlier than that, the immigration will not allow you inside. You have to go only around 2 weeks or 3 weeks to your opening date or to when lectures begins, all right, or to your matriculation day. But I know, which I'm going to keep it, like I said, to myself, which I know is the contributing factor to why you cannot travel with your parents to Northern Cyprus, all right? So you have to be careful on what are some of the things you do. I hope this information helps you. If it does, please do not forget to subscribe. Make sure before you move to Northern Cyprus, get your Aadhaar pass done. There is a new system of Aadhaar pass. I am going to be talking about it very soon in a video. Get it done, all right? Then you get your government car ready, you get your accommodation ready before you enter the flight, all right? Because it's going to ease your movement in Northern Cyprus, especially after the quarantine. You will not be running up and down to look for where or what to do to get money to pay your your accommodation. If you pay your accommodation before you move, immediately after quarantine in your own accommodation, that is the advantage. You pay your accommodation before you move, then when you arrive there, you quarantine yourself in your accommodation. That is going to be way cheaper than if you are you didn't get an accommodation. Let me put it that way. You understand me? So that is what you should understand or know about how the Cyprus system works. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you have been looking for a video which I haven't mentioned, please check this channel. I have more than 400 videos now. You can get one which is related to what you need, and you attach the screenshot, or you watch it and learn a lot. All right, learn from the video. I hope it helps you. If it does, do not forget to subscribe. Subscribe now and support the movement. The subscription button is beneath this video. All right, subscribe guys and support the movement. Thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again in another one.